Hello all, welcome to the classes on pulmonary drug delivery systems. In this slide, I will discuss the third type of pulmonary drug delivery devices, that is the pressurized metered-dose inhalers and the pharmaceutical aerosols. The key features related to the PMDI devices are they were first introduced to deliver asthma medication in a very convenient and reliable multi-dose presentation. The key components of PMDI devices are number one containers, number two propellants, number three formulations that is given in suspension or solution form, number four metering valve, and number five actuators. PMDI containers must withstand the high pressure generated by the propellants. The stainless steel containers has been used as PMDI container material, but now aluminium is preferred because as compared to the glass containers, it is lighter, more compact, less fragile and light proof. The coating of on the internal container surfaces may be useful to prevent adhesion of drug particles and chemical degradation of drug. Propellants in PMDIs are liquefied compressed gases that are in the gaseous phases as atmospheric pressure but form liquid when compressed. They are required to be non-toxic, non-flammable, compatible with drugs formulated either as suspensions or solutions, and to have appropriate boiling points and densities. So this is a pressurized metered-dose inhalation devices. The container which hold the formulation is known as canister. The formulation in liquid phases contain the propellant and the drug in suspension or solution form. There is some free space which hold the gaseous phase of the propellant. Now there is actuator, metering valve and the actuator nozzle. The actuator nozzle actually is the outlet for the aerosols in high velocity spray. There are several advantages and limitations of metered-dose inhalers also. The advantages are here the drug is released within the first zero point 0.1 second after actuation, means very fast. Number two, each MDI canister can hold 100 to 200 doses of 20 microgram to 5 mg of drug, means the drug doses is very less. High dose drug cannot be given in MDI. Number three, very convenient to use and are available in small size packages. Thus, it is very helpful for the patients to carry them with deliver specific amount of doses after each actuation. And number five, the cost is low and quick to use when necessary and urgency occurs, thus helpful in case of acute respiratory problems such as asthma. Now there are some limitations also. Number one, as I earlier said, that it is very difficult to deliver high doses of drug using MDI. Number two is perfect coordination between actuation of dose and the inhalation is essential. Otherwise, dose will be lost. Only 10% of the delivered dose reaches lung and rest of the particles impact in the oropharynx and mouthpieces. Means only 10% of the delivered dose will reach in the lower parts of lung. And due to high gas flow rate due to the use of propellants, high oropharyngeal impaction is observed. Now aerosols. Aerosols are also known as pressurized package or pressure package. It is defined as a system that depends upon on the power of a compressed or liquefied gas to expel content from the container. First aerosol was developed as insecticide by Goodhue and Sullivan of US Department of Agriculture in the year of 1942. In early 1950s, pharmaceutical aerosols was developed, but they were developed for the treatment of topical uh, injury, burn, minor cuts, bruises, infection, etc. Means they were intended for only topical administration. Later, in the year of 1955, first pharmaceutical aerosol for respiratory tract was developed using the drug ephedrine. Now, the advantages of aerosol dosage forms are numerous over others. Number one is it is very acceptable for the patients as well as the physicians. A dose can be removed without contamination of the remaining material using MDI devices. Number three is stability is enhanced for those drugs or substances that are adversely affected by the oxygen or moisture. And number four is sterility can be maintained. Number five, medication can be delivered directly to the affected area in the desired form, that is spray stream, quick breaking foam, stable foam, etc. Number six is ease of and convenient of application. Number seven is rapid response we can get. And number eight is irritation produced by the mechanical application of topical medication in topical cut, burn, etc. is reduced or eliminated. Number nine is application of medicament in thin layer is possible. And number 10 is controlled and uniform dosage by metered valve is possible, as we can give in metered dose inhalers. Now there are some disadvantages of aerosol dosage form. Number one, they are costly. Number two, difficulty in disposal, means you have to properly mention where to dispose after use. Number three, difficulty in formulation. And number four, QC testing for these formulations is complicated. And number five, cannot be subjected to heat as explosion may occur. The components of aerosol packages. The components are similar to that of metered-dose inhalers. Number one, propellant. Number two, containers. Number three, valve and actuator. And number four, product concentrate. So in this picture, the various components are given here. Number one, actuator, metering valve or valve and deep tube are connected in the can containing the liquid propellant and the product in a mixture, and there is some free space which contain the propellant vapor. Now, what are the desired characteristics of the aerosols? They should be less explosive. They should provide uniform and constant dose delivery. They should be non-allergic. They should be low cost. They should be easy to handle. They should be non-breakable, as found in case of glass containers, and they should be eco-friendly. So propellants is responsible for developing proper pressure within the container, and it expels the product when the valve is opened and aids in atomization or foam production of the product. So there are different types of propellants. For oral and inhalation use, we use fluorinated hydrocarbons, means the hydrocarbons that contain fluorine. For example, difluoromethane or propellant 12, trichloromonofluoromethane or propellant 11, and dichlorotetrafluoroethane, that is propellant 114. Number 2 is for topical preparation we use hydrocarbons such as propane, butane and isobutane. So for internal use, for oral and inhalation, fluorinated hydrocarbons are used, and for topical preparation for external use, we use hydrocarbons. And compressed gases are used to give them desired vapor pressure and in liquefied form, that is liquid nitrogen, liquid carbon dioxide and liquid nitrous oxide. The nomenclature of the different propellants are important, and it is very important to understand the nomenclature. So for saturated hydrocarbons and their derivatives, for example, methane and dichloromethane, tetrachloromethane, like that, for them we use three-digit numbers. For two-digit numbers, we will add a zero before the two-digit number, that is CFC11. We can also write CFC11 as CFC011. So the first digit is 0, which means the number of carbon atom minus 1, that is C minus 1 is equal to 0. Second digit is the number of hydrogen atom plus 1. So H plus 1 is equal to 1. And the third digit is the number of fluorine atom, that is 1. So here carbon number of carbon is 1, hydrogen is 0, and fluorine is 1. So the compound is will look like this. So rest of the valence of carbon will be filled with chlorine. Thus the compound CFC011 is trichloromonofluoromethane. So in case of vice versa, where we are given the compound that is CF2Cl2, for them we can make the nomenclature name. For example, the carbon is C minus 1 is equal to C minus 1, that is 0. So first digit will be 0. The second digit is the number of hydrogen plus 1. Here the hydrogen is 0, 0 plus 1, that is 1. So second digit is 1, and the third digit is number of fluorine atom, that is 2. So the propellant is CFC012. In case of isomers, for more symmetrical isomer, we indicated by the number alone. But more and more asymmetric isomers are identified as A, B, C, and so on. For example, R404A. For cyclic compounds, a lower C is used before the number. So here are some saturated hydrocarbons and their derivatives. Number one is chlorofluorocarbons, that is CFCs. So you can make their name, what R11 means. Uh, as in this example, R11 is trichloromonofluoromethane, and R CFC12 or R12 is difluoro-dichloromethane. So rest of the compounds you can write their names. For hydrofluorocarbon, there are hydrochlorofluorocarbons. You can write their name here. And for hydrofluorocarbons, you can make the nomenclature here. And for hydrocarbon, for example, methane, it is denoted by R50. For unsaturated hydrocarbons and their derivatives, where there is a double bond or triple bond in compounds, they are denoted as a four-digit number. So the first digit is the number of double or triple bonds. Second digit is carbon minus 1, that is 1 less than the carbon atom present. Third digit is hydrogen plus 1, that is 1 more than the hydrogen atom in the compound. And fourth digit is number of fluorine atom. So C2Cl2F2 may be represented as R1114, and C2H2, that is ethene, is denoted as R1130. Third is inorganic compounds. For them, R700 plus the molecular weight of the compounds are written. For example, water has molecular weight 18, so the nomenclature for water is R718. For air, it is 729, and for ammonia, it is R717. For azeotrophs, these are numbered starting from R500. First known azeotrope in refrigeration has been numbered as R500. Next known azeotropes are R501 and so on. So the R50 is the mixture of R propellant R12 and R152 in the ratio of 73.8 to 26.2, which gives boiling point at minus 33.3 degree. Physicochemical properties of propellant. There are three important properties. Number one is vapor pressure, number two boiling points, and number three liquid density. So different propellants have three different properties. So propellants may be used as singly or in blend. Blends are used to achieve desired solubility characteristics. Various surface can give proper HLV value for emulsion system and to get desired vapor pressure, solubility, and particle size. The vapor pressure of mixture of propellants can be calculated according to the Dalton's law. So according to Dalton's law, total pressure in any system is equal to the sum of the individual or partial vapor pressure of various components. Raoult's law says depression of vapor pressure of a solvent upon addition of a solute is proportional to the mole fraction of solute molecule in the solution. And ideal behavior is vapor pressure of a mixture of two individual propellant is equal to the sum of the mole fraction of individual component present multiplied by the vapor pressure of each pure propellant at desired temperature. If there is two propellants in a mixture, that is A and B, then the vapor pressure of A in the mixture is equal to the mole fraction of A into the vapor pressure of pure gas A when it will remain alone. Similarly, Pb is equal to mole fraction of Nb, that is Nb divided by total mole Na plus Nb into pure propellant B vapor pressure. Thus, the total pressure will be P is equal to Pa plus Pb, means sum of the partial vapor pressure of components.
So here is a problem. Calculate the vapor pressure at 70 degrees Fahrenheit of a propellant blend consisting of propellant 12 and 11 in the ratio of 30 to 70. Given that vapor pressure exerted by pure propellant 11 and pure propellant 12 is 13.4 and 84.9 psia respectively at 70 degrees Fahrenheit. So what we have to do first is to identify the propellant 11 and propellant 12 by its nomenclature. So we find that propellant 11 is CFCl3 monofluorotrichloromethane, which has molecular weight of 137.36, and propellant 12 is CF2Cl2 and which is difluorodichloromethane, which has molecular weight of 120.9. So we have to find moles of each substances. Moles of propellant 11 is equal to N11 is equal to its weight, which is given asked in the question is 70 divided by molecular weight, it becomes 0.5095, and moles of 12 becomes 0.2481. Next, total mole is equal to 0.5095 plus 0.2481 is equal to 0.7576. From Raoult's law, we know that the vapor pressure, partial vapor pressure exerted in a mixture, that is P11 is equal to mole fractions of that gas vapor, that is N11 divided by total mole into pure propellant vapor pressure. So it becomes 9.01 psia. Similarly, P12 partial vapor pressure of P12 is equal to 27.80 psi. Therefore, total vapor pressure of propellant 12 and 11 in the mixture is 9.01 plus 27.8 is equal to 36.81 psia. Now we can subtract 14.7 to get psig. So it becomes 22.11 psig. Okay. So next is another problem. You can solve it similar way. Next is containers. The containers must be withstand at high pressure as high as 140 to 180 psig, that is pound per square inch gauge at 130 degree Fahrenheit. Capacity of MDI containers is 15.30, but aerosol containers are 10 to 30 ml. So they can be metal or they can be glass. In metal, we have three options: tin plated steel, aluminum, and stainless steel. And in glass, we have two options: uncoated glass and plastic coated glass. Tin plated containers are steel plate that has been electroplated on both sides with tin. The thickness of tin in terms of weight, example, has 25, has 50, has 100. The size of the container is indicated by the standard system, which is measure of diameter and height. Container, this is diameter 202 is diameter and height is 214, means 2 into 2 by 16 inches diameter and 2 into 14 by 16 inches height, etc. Plated container is coated with organic material when required by lithography. The process is known as lithography. After cutting the sheet into sizes of body, top, and bottom of the container, the body is shaped into cylindrical like shape and seamed via flanking and soldering operations. Top and bottom is attached to the body and side seam strip is added to the inside seam area. Organic coating is added to the finished container. Welded side seam by two processes. One Soudronic process and number two is Konowald process. Aluminum containers. Aluminum containers are used to manufacture extruded or seamless aerosol containers. They are having more advantages like they have greater resistance to corrosion, lesser danger of incompatibility due to seamless nature. Aluminum containers are coated by pure water and pure ethanol only. Therefore, the combination of ethanol, propellant 11 and in aluminum container produce hydrogen, ethyl chloride, acetyl chloride, aluminum chloride, propellant 21 and other corrosive products like the following equations. Ethanol plus propellant 11 plus aluminum to produce H2, acetyl chloride, AlCl3 and propellant 11 and other corrosive products. So we cannot use pure water and pure ethanol in aluminum container. Stainless steel containers. These containers are limited to smaller size owing to the production problem and cost. They are extremely strong and resistant to most material. They are used for inhalation aerosols. No internal organic coating is required. Next is glass containers. They are preferred for compatibility point of view. Corrosion problem is eliminated for glass containers. Greater degree of freedom in design of glass containers. Glass containers are available with or without plastic coating. And plastic coating is totally adhered or non-adhered or vented. Next is valves or metering valves. They are used to deliver the drug in desired form, that is foam, spray, etc. To give proper amount of medication, they are used and no differ from valve to valve medication in pharmaceutical preparation. Types: continuous spray valve, high speed production technique, and metering valves. Dispersing of potent medication at proper dispersion or spray approximately 50 to 150 mg plus minus 10% of liquid materials at one time use of same valve. Valve component. So there are six components. One is ferrule or mounting cap. Number two, valve body or housing. Number three, stem. Number four, stem gasket. Number five, spring. And number six is dip tube. So ferrule or mounting cap are used to attach the valve proper to the container. Ferrules are used with glass bottles or small aluminum tubes and are made up of softer metals such as aluminum or brass. Valve body or housing is manufactured from nylon or delrin and contains an opening at the point of attachment to the dip tube. They may or may not contain another opening, vapor tap, which allows for escape of vaporized propellant along stem. Stem are prepared with nylon or delrin. Metal like glass or stainless steel may be used also. One or more orifices there. Gasket. Gasket are prepared with bunion or neoprene rubber. Spring. Spring are prepared with stainless steel. The whole gasket. Next is dip tube. They are prepared with polyethylene, but polypropylene are more rigid. The capillary size is 0.050 inches. Tube for highly viscous products are also available in 0.195 inches. Next is metering valve. They are applicable for dispensing the potent medicaments. They are used in aerosol products and amount of liquid that may be dispensed using metering valve at one time is 50 to 150 mg plus minus 10 mg. Actuators. They ensure that aerosol product is delivered in the proper and desired form. There are different types of actuators: spray actuators, foam actuators, solid stream actuators, and special actuators. So, depending upon which type of product they delivered, they are differentiated. So, thank you for watching. If you like this presentation, please like it, and don't forget to subscribe it. Thank you.